छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन है छाया आसमान देखो झूमता गगन
There's just a little smoke coming off of it. But I was smoking it up earlier, so we're good. All right. It is Saturday night. It is May 16th. This is the new moon energy that we are in, folks. New moon energy. Got a video on the channel. If you haven't checked it out for yourself and you want to know what the hell the new moon is all about, go check it out. It is a new moon in Taurus energy. And that's a pretty big deal, right? Our values, desires, love, money, who is mine, what is mine, but so much more than just that, way more than that. So with that said, you are in the star room. It's still light outside, so my stars are trying to come through. I have no idea what happened. It was 6 o'clock 5 minutes ago. And then all of a sudden I'm like, does that say after 7? It's like, holy shit. So here we are, and thank you for being patient and for understanding. You know, the last minute I had to take care of some mom's stuff, but I didn't really think it took that long. It was a very quick communication. I was like, how did that turn into that much time? So yeah, here we are, Allastrology. My name is G. We look at astrology charts. If you want me to do your chart, if you want your reading, we do free speed readings. The goal is to look at everybody's chart, everybody who shows up, but I have to have your birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. For some individuals, if your stuff, you know, if it's not coming up accurate, or you haven't been here in a while, or you haven't been here before, please put your digits down below. You can send them to my email. It's the Gmail, allastrology@gmail.com. Pay attention to the spelling or I won't receive it. It's right on the screen right now, allastrology. That's GEE @gmail.com if you want that private. If not, don't worry about it. Just put them in the chat. The chat is the cue. If you want more time spent on your chart, some people are in that situation and generous where they can give a gift to the channel. Please do. Venmo and Cash App links are right below the stream. Just take a look. You will see them down there. Oh, we got to get Buddha. Let's get Buddha lit. Oh, that looks better. Having Buddha lit. I like that. So, yes, there are 2 streams going on simultaneously. So you might have to put your digits in multiple times. Can you guys hear me? Money. Oh, she heard me speaking my language. Christy, what's going on? The chat is the cue, folks. Okay, keep that in mind. The chat is the cue. How you show up in the chat and the order that you show up in is that determines who goes next. Okay? So for those of you sitting there watching on the vertical, that's absolutely fine. If you don't want to look at your chart, stay on the vertical, but get your digits to me. And I don't have time, honestly, for people. If your stuff isn't here, I just go to the next name. If I call your name and I give you, you know, some people leave. If I call your name and you don't answer, if you don't come in on the chat, I go to the next name. So please don't come back and try to be like, oh, but you didn't call my name. just get back in the chat and just say, I'm here now. Can I get back in the chat? Let's just all act like adults, because like that's the only way this is all going to work. Like that's just life. So with that said, let's see who's all here, who wants a reading, and let me get to work. Christy says, hello. Christy, are we looking at your chart? Princess 8K, I see you. Give me your digits in case I have to put them in again, because I know we had an issue last time. So, yeah, you might want to put them in. You speak in my language. Absolutely. I really want a reading. Yeah. Well, some things had to change a lot of things on this end, and your digits actually exist in another room on another device. How's that? So they technically are not lost, but it would really help if you gave them to me again so I can make sure that they're here and that they're accurate, because I think that was the problem before. All right, Christy, let's go. Are we up? Just Cash Apped. Okay, can I get, let's go ahead and let's do this since, where is my, where's my thing? There we go. Let me send you the link. All right, there's your link. Carlos is screaming. He lost his nuts. All right, Carlos, go find your nuts and then go somewhere else with them. All right. Okay. What do we got? Did you get that link, Christy? Let me get your chart situation here. And let's see what we can do here. All righty. Let's get Christy up and ready to go. Oh, Christy's in the studio. All right, let's take care of business. Let me get rid of that. Let's do that. And hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You are live.
Fine.
Do you remember that? Is it live or is it Memorex?
Right.
Do you remember that shit?
I do remember that.
I was thinking of that. I can't remember what I was doing. It was some reading, I'm sure. And I was like, oh my God. So what's going on with you?
Well, I stirred up.
Show me the money.
Well, no, this is some serious business. Like money's not,
Right.
I stirred up a hornet's nest with the local water department, the zoning company. I've been all the way up to the governor. So, and I've got a video on YouTube, but explaining the situation. Our water infrastructure
needs help.
Yes, we're in between two of the infrastructures. A 1 million gallon tank is above our house within 200 yards. And then at the bottom of our driveway is a booster station that pushes water over the mountain. We lost water.
Again?
At 8 o'clock on Mother's Day night.
Oh.
And
tell me you have water.
I don't have water.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. Holy
so
shit.
You went through the last one, right?
Oh man.
The 17-day one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we're at day 6. We're in an Appalachian pioneer village at this point with Wi-Fi, as long as the electric holds.
Holy shit. This is nuts.
Yes. So
how do you do it? Like, I mean, we were down one day because they were redoing our sewers. It was like, what? 7 hours? Are you serious? 12 hours,
Well, I can, in 5 gallons of water, I got this awesome submersible shower. I can wash my hair or shampoo my hair twice, condition it once, wash my pits, tits, and nasty bits, all in 5 gallons of water.
Wow.
I am so eco-friendly.
I was just gonna say, you've got a system not figured out.
Well, you had to. You
Yeah.
have to here.
Yeah.
But our
Wow.
our infrastructure is deplorable.
Yeah.
The coal companies were here. They were
Yeah.
and I hate to say this out loud, but I'm going to. Our coal companies were here at one time, and then they were doing a severance tax,
Mhm.
and they would give it to our county commissions and stuff like that for the infrastructure.
Right.
That went in people's pockets, and now we're
Yeah.
living with the aftermath.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Tuesday was the voting day, and I voted a bunch of people got voted out that was on
Mm.
the county commission.
That's actually yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
We don't have water, you're out.
Yep.
No
Yep.
brainer. No
And then
freaking brainer.
and then I posted it on Facebook, and I get attacked about using AI and stuff like that, and because of the water, but using one AI picture is not gonna cause me not to have water.
What the
Do you know?
hell?
Yeah,
This is
it's just
stupid. Yeah,
it's
that's
because of
just
the
crazy.
data centers and stuff. We can have a different conversation about that, but that's doesn't solve
Sure.
my problem.
No, exactly.
And,
Holy crap.
I have talked to, like, the Public Service Commission. Anyway, um, w I've also talked to Logan PSD, and they told me, "Oh, just go get a water tank." And that's the reason why I've taken this so far.
Holy shit, that was their
Is
solution? They told
Yeah,
you to go get a water tank?
yeah, a holding tank.
You should be holding your own water then.
And I'm
You pay a
200
water
yards
bill?
from
You pay a water bill?
Yes.
I'm just
Yeah. Oh,
saying.
well, here's the freaking
Holy
kicker,
shit.
is I'm
They're basically
paying
telling you to go off grid. You might
Yeah.
wanna go off grid.
Well,
Oh, okay.
the water tank, the million-gallon water tank is 200 yards above my house.
Right, right.
I'm in between 2 infrastructures, and I have to get a holding tank. Anyway,
Yeah, that is wild.
that's when I
That's
went left, straight
yeah,
crazy,
yeah, absolutely.
and because I don't think it's fair. But
No, well, no.
I
Not if
wanted to
you're paying a water bill.
No,
What the
no,
hell are you paying a water bill for? For what water?
Lord knows.
Go get a holding tank
Yeah, and
so you can haul and load it yourself and hold it yourself.
yeah, we'd have to haul it because obviously we don't have water to put in it.
Right, right, right. Exactly. You're hauling, you're loading, you're holding. That's they should be paying you. Wow.
Yeah, so, like, at least one month out of the year, we don't even get water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
Um,
usually to an extreme event like a storm or something, right?
well, somebody sneezed this time, I guess.
Wait, say that again?
I said somebody sneezed
Oh,
sneezed this
sneezed.
yeah, this time, I guess.
Because it's such
We're
great
spring,
infrastructure.
and
Yeah,
we haven't had any
yeah,
major storms. I
yeah.
expect it in the wintertime. I
Right,
expect
right,
it.
right.
It's just
Wow.
yeah.
God, well, I am oh, man, I feel for you.
But this is my question.
Yeah, what's your question?
Okay.
Can I run for office? Hell yeah.
Well, I've had, like, a few people tell me that.
I am
Uh,
sure of it.
but it
You have an
doesn't pay
authoritative tone,
it
and
doesn't pay enough.
I agree. Not for all that work.
No, I'm already in property management. What
Yeah,
more I
yeah,
could do, but no.
yeah, I
The
understand. You have to
question
choose your
is,
battles wisely.
um oh shoot, I lost it. Um the It was Tuesday when I went nuts. It was about Tuesday about 9 o'clock, and I have not yelled. I have got this sense of humor, but
Yeah,
I'm matter of fact.
yeah.
I wanna see in this chart where, like, public figures, like authority people I'm
Mhm,
crossing paths with, I wanna see those transits. Is
mhm.
maybe somebody else wants to see that too. I don't know, but I think
Yeah,
that's
these
kinda
are
cool.
power. Remember now, let me show you your plane chart. Remember, we discussed this. These are powerful relationships right here.
Mhm.
People of power. This is personal and business.
Uh-huh.
It's in your 11th house, and your 11th house has a 5 degrees on it as well. So your Pluto is at 5, your 11th house is at 5, and where's Pluto up in the sky right now? At 5 degrees in Aquarius.
Oh man.
So Christy's like, I just like to hear people talk. I don't actually listen to what they're saying because this is the Pluto I've been telling you about. See this Pluto down here now?
Yeah.
He's at 5. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And see? 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the 11th house is social services, social systems. You follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So usually this, though, commands a change of some sort where you're like, I've had it. Enough is enough.
Yeah, because this is my breaking point at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is
I'm
that.
mad.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. They're basically just told you, hey, it's not going to be fixed in 24 hours. Start hauling your own shit. Holy crap.
Well, I
Holding-
understand. I said we're the only place in the world that water does not flow downhill.
Right.
We are
Gravity doesn't, yeah, it does the work for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We are a geographical oddity.
You are.
Mhm.
Absolutely. You definitely are. But yeah, authority figures in your chart would also be, when you look at your descendant, 22 degrees. So in the last few days, right, Mercury was sitting right there, communication, partnerships, professional partnerships. And at 22 degrees, that's the authority figure degree.
Dang.
And Taurus is my creature comforts, god damn it.
Yeah.
If water isn't a creature comfort, like piped in water, having sewer, having the ability to take a shower and wash my hands just to cook. Holy crap. I was missing that on the one day that we were down for 12 hours. So I was like, I can't wash my effing hands? Seriously?
Yeah.
Right? So like, what am I going to, I can't wash my, so I'm like, okay, this is weird. And I have a background with food. So like that was drilled into me for a very, very, very long time.
Right.
It's just part of my habit and routine. I mean, it's a good routine. It's a good habit, but it was like, it knocked me off of my shit. I was like stupid for like an hour or two. I was like, what should I do?
Yeah. And I'm a hand washing fool.
Most people be like, oh, I'll go out to eat. But see, I'd rather not.
No, my husband.
I know I wash my hands. I know people don't. So
I wash mine too. But we can't afford to
move.
I'm not gonna pay for food when I'm already paying for a water bill that I'm not getting service on.
Well, that's what's wacky about it. So is there a way that I don't know,
a credit on the bill?
Account?
Oh no, I already have a credit on the account because
The last time?
No, they never credited it.
Really?
I pay it like 2 and 3 months in advance in case there's an uh-oh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
It's just I don't want to be stranded.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I mean, water's important. Water's extremely important. So the cool thing is that Pluto at 11, Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house, that really is the house of, either I'm going to rebel. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is the location of politics. It is, because this is where we get so fed up that we're like, what the hell? This is bogus. It's not just bogus for me, but it's wrong in general for anybody who's without water.
Right.
And it's like a turning point for some folks where they really say, well, what the hell? I'm not budging. I'm gonna fight this shit. And
I've already was at after this happened and I posted what I posted. I had people calling me and texting me, hey, talk at this water department meeting. I was like, I don't think you really want me to. But I went and did it.
Oh, good for you.
And I was like, and they were like, oh, you all can talk. They said, no, she said it all.
Oh, see? And that's That's a gift. I mean, I know it may not be a gift you want, but it is a gift because some people get so pissed about shit. The words just they don't flow out.
Yeah.
They get stuck here. Or when they do come out, they're calling them this and that, and nothing's getting accomplished. But if somebody can hold their power and state what needs to be said in a very authoritative way, people listen. People
Yeah.
kind of sit up and they're like, well, who the hell is that? Who the hell is she? Where did she come from? Who does she work for? What does she represent? Because they can hear the authority in your voice. I mean, your voice just has that. It just does. All that freaking Leo energy, that sun at 29. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not pushing you to do this or that, but you have the authority. You just do. And when you speak, people listen. That's just the reality. Maybe everybody but your husband. I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, you know how that is. Don't preach to the choir, that kind of shit.
Well, he has selective hearing.
Oh, well, see, that's a gift too. So yeah, definitely people of power, and you put in a position of power and opportunities. And who knows, you might get fed up enough because it's either that or get out of Dodge.
Right.
And if you really love where you're at,
Yeah.
and you're like, but I'm not getting out of here, then you would fight for it.
Right.
So that's kind of the position, and remember, I was talking about this long-term thing that's happening. Remember, okay, this is a huge part of that.
Shoot.
I know, because yeah, it's still part of it. This Pluto is at 529 and yours is at 517. So what we'll do is I'll tell you I know you still have a way to go before it, because it's the minutes that matter with Pluto.
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
My natal can of worms.
Yeah.
No, not my natal. My natal's on the inside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
11 degrees, your can of worms next to your Venus.
Okay, that one can go away. But my natal Pluto is in my 11th house.
That's
and
right.
Then is that conjunct with the Pandora's box can of worms? Is that like close together?
No, this isn't. This is at 14.
And then my Pluto's at what?
5.
I think it's got a wider spread than you think. I think I spilled the worms.
Well, but this can of worms can be aspecting other objects in your chart, like your natal can of worms. Look at this is at 14. This is at 11. This is a strong sextile between these two. You see this?
Pandora.
Yes, with your own Pandora's box. And it's connected to your Venus, your values, what's important to you.
Water.
Yeah, absolutely. The basics. Hello. And where you're at, it's beautiful.
Right.
And you treasure that.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's Venus, the earth, and all of its beauties. Absolutely. So this Pandora connected to that is triggered by this, which makes sense to me that you went ahead and you did that you took action, and you I'm not surprised at all. Here's the other thing too. Here's your Pandora's box. And then here's your Eris. She's pissed. She's in an exact opposition to your Pandora's box. She's fired up. Pandora woke Eris up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Pandora woke everybody up.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, there's just a lot of things that were triggered in your chart. This Pandora also triggered your nodes, your north and your south node, because Pandora's at 16 right now. And she's retrograding.
And Pluto is like things that are buried. If I get this right, buried.
Surface, pipes, plumbing.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. It's also deeply psychological.
Oh, yeah. It's war games here.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, I mean, like I said before, it comes down to you picking and choosing picking and choosing those battles and how you're going to distribute your power, basically.
Yeah, but power's with the people.
Oh, yeah. And the sooner the people realize it and wake the hell up and
Yeah.
understand, you know, that it is with the people, if the people come together and unite, then we have way more power than all the people who have all the goddamn money.
But it's not even really. I have been very bipartisan. It's straight
Mhm,
down the line. It's not about left, right, or center. It's about
mhm.
fixing it. Just fix it. If they don't
Absolutely.
know right
Absolutely.
now, then
Yeah.
say that. But
Mhm,
what's the plan going forward?
mhm. Oh, you heard the plan. Get yourself a holding tank.
Yeah, yeah. And that's not an option
No, right? That's ridiculous.
because I live on a rock
Yeah. So, jeez. Yeah, she
and I
lives in
can't
the
drill a
mountains.
cistern.
Right.
And a holding tank will just freeze in the winter. So I'm right back to square one.
Yeah. Well, let me move this chart forward to take a look at this Pluto for you. So Pluto is going to even more closely connect with your natal Pluto. The end of May, we're talking. I got
Oh,
May 29th on the screen, and that's when the connection becomes even stronger. And when Pluto trines Pluto, we feel like we can take on the world
well,
because we got Pluto trining Pluto energy.
that means I'll
We
get to take a shower.
like we
Woo
can
woo.
a change. We can make a difference. Like we feel like we can take on the world. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that's what this means for you, but it can also mean that you don't have water and you're like, someone's going to pay the price for this shit. Who do I got to talk to next? You know,
Yeah. I've already
and
contacted the attorney general and made a formal complaint.
well, that's good. That's good. But again, why this is so feisty and fiery, and the whole political thing and going up the chain is because it's Pluto in Aquarius, and
Mhm.
Aquarius is the 11th house.
Yeah.
So it's like you have that Aquarian energy at both ends, plus you have the diplomat. You
Mhm.
have Venus, you have Libra energy, where you said it's not left or right, it's just let's find solutions.
Right.
Well, that's the kind of fucking politics people want right now.
Oh,
Nobody wants to hear about from the left or the right.
no.
People just want solutions.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, you said it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, who the hell wouldn't vote for that? I'm just saying, and obviously don't take money from APAC or anybody. Yeah,
No.
don't take money from any corporations. That's what people are voting for. Anybody,
Right.
whoever's going to take it and win is going to be people who aren't taking any money
Right.
because they all are puppets.
Oh, yeah.
They're taking money. So,
But that's what they've done in the past here. This is like the
oh,
most
this is
corrupt place in the world. And
well,
of
sister.
course,
That's the name of the game in politics.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's the oldest game. So, but
Yeah.
now, I mean, look at Mom Donnie. Look what he did in New York.
Yeah.
Regardless of regardless of what political party, they have zero deficit. He's been in office for what? 60 days? 30, maybe 90 days? He balanced the budget. They have a zero deficit in the city of New York
That's awesome.
in that short amount of time. He went and did it. And it was about solutions. That was the same thing. He said, let's create solutions.
Mhm.
That's what people want. And it's like, yes, this is the future.
Yeah.
And that's Aquarius. This is the future. It's futuristic. And so this is your 11th house partnerships, powerful partnerships, and the Uranus and the Pluto trining this. So here it is, May 29th. It's at 23 minutes and yours is at 17. So it's with you more intensely that from May 29th until, I know you're wishing it wouldn't be this long. I'm sorry. But it is June 9th.
Shoot.
June 9th. I will say after that time, the nodes have also moved off of your midheaven, though. See, like right now, the nodes are sitting at 5 degrees conjunct your midheaven
Oh,
and conjunct your Mercury as well.
wow.
Yeah, talking, communication, and it's shit about domestic stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need water to stay clean.
Yeah.
I need water to wash.
Mm-hmm.
I need water to eat. Who
Right.
knew? I need water to live.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? So, yeah, these are important things. And so it's taking you through, remember, it's supposed to bring about a significant change in your life. And it's definitely possibly home and job, but possibly home and your future and what your new direction, what your new goal is, what your new day-to-day routine is going to be that sets up your long-term stability.
I guess I'm digging a well.
Maybe.
Or an outhouse.
Maybe. I mean, right? Maybe.
That wasn't the direction I wanted to go.
I know. The Pluto would definitely be an outhouse now that you mention it. I'm just saying.
Well, the
I
hole's
mean,
already dug. I'm not joking. The hole
I
is
think
dug.
that's what you told us after the last time, that
Yeah,
after
the
that
whole
long period of time, you were like, okay, we need to just,
now we got the plans.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
still
nice.
hard though. You're still hauling water then. That's still
Not
ridiculous.
for an outhouse. But
Well,
that's
no. But to live, to cook, to shower, to bathe, like, what the hell?
yeah.
All the little things that we kind of just, we don't even realize.
I know these people probably think I'm nuts.
You're not nuts. This is the reality.
But
This is life.
This is it was 2026, and I'm talking about outhouses as a
Here's the other
legitimate
thing
source.
too. I'm just saying, that's Pluto though. I mean, when Pluto, yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, think back 20 years ago. Did people talk about their bowel movements 20 years ago the way they talk about them now?
No, they
Right.
didn't.
Right. Why? It's the goddamn astrology. It's like, okay, I do not need to know all that. But apparently it's like, why not? What's
There's
happening?
3 things I
This
don't
is
talk
what
about.
isn't happening. Okay. TMI. Like, hello?
Yes. There's 3 things I don't normally talk about. Shit, sex, and snot.
Yeah, that's
The
probably
3 S's.
a pretty good guideline. It's probably a
Yes.
pretty good guideline. But nowadays, those probably don't apply. For some reason, they feel people are like, well, it's human nature. It should be what you're discussing. And it's like,
No.
sure, maybe in a small group with your personal private friends, maybe they don't want to hear about that. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just wild. But here's your structure and organization in your future, Saturn. Disciplined Saturn. And it's squaring your natal Saturn. This Saturn will go to 14 degrees in Aries and stop. Now that is significant because your Saturn is at 14 degrees in Cancer. So it's a Saturn square Saturn.
Oh, happy day.
Right. So we're changing up things when we have that. So it says, I'm just going to read this to you so you can hear it from the software. It's time to take a look at the structures in your life. This can range from the smallest of details, such as your daily routines and diet, ranging from the smallest details, such as larger matters, even in terms of your house, the house in which you live in, because it's structures, right? And it's in Cancer. So do the current habits and structures of your life suit your life choices? Perhaps your feelings and family or work has changed, and you need to adapt accordingly. This can be a testing time if change or settling down is a challenge to your nature. Life, which once seemed to offer safety and security, becomes less sure during this period. It may be that you are viewing these areas differently, or it could be that somebody else is shaking things up for you. Or it could be that you are being forced to reassess your plans and your purpose, leaving behind any ineffective support systems. The good news is that you can now build new support systems that boost your sense of purpose. And Christy, I know you don't want to hear this, but Cancer energy, where your Saturn sits, this is the public. It's not just my family, my mom, and my ancestry. It's kind of what you do at your job. You like work with the public because that's your bigger family is humanity. So I'm just saying.
Damn it, G.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, it's just stuff for you to consider. The other beautiful thing too with your Saturn, even though it's a square, you have a beautiful trine from Jupiter exactly at 14 degrees to your Saturn at all times. So your support system, this provides you protection in some way, shape, or form. The lady's got a backup to the backup to the backup plan.
Yes.
And you you persevere. Angelic wings, however you want to look at it. Doesn't mean it's not work though. It just means, you know, if you didn't have that Jupiter and Juno there, which is interesting, partnerships, and it's government. Now that you've mentioned it, Pisces is the government. Hello, cha-ching. I'm just saying, it's government. It's there.
Dang.
So, it's just a time where you're reassessing things. And you will be totally reassessing things, because even at this time you got freaking Mercury on your Saturn too. Choices and options, and this Mercury does a retrograde.
So we're going to be doing it again.
Yeah, it might not be identical to right now though, because the retrograde goes from 16 to 26 degrees and your Saturn's at 14, so it probably will. There's something there that will be similar to what you're discussing now, because the Mercury will be close enough to your Saturn. And we have Saturn squaring your Saturn. So it's fair enough to say. I mean, it could be additional things. It could be different things, but it's because, think about it, the structure, Saturn, the structure in your eighth house. Eighth house is Pluto's territory, the structure of the water and the piping and the sewer system. Like, this makes sense. And the property, Cancer energy. And you've got Saturn right there. You see that? So yeah, this definitely can be, maybe you're putting stuff in at this time.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just like, okay, regardless, it's time to stop farting around and just go ahead and be serious and put this shit in. Unless I'm thinking about moving, because I don't know what other options you have, honestly.
I don't know.
Right. And you don't want to go.
No.
That's the other thing. You don't want to. So
damn the astrology.
Well, you wanted to know what was going on.
I know.
Going on. I've been telling you for months, you're going to be changing things with home and job and goals. And, but it's everybody's free will to choose in what way is it going to change. So, it's important that stays kind of open so the person can explore and experience and initiate in their own creative way in their life. And you've been doing that.
Yes. And thank you. You gave me a lot to unpack.
Oh, good.
And organize. I can't wash it, but I can unpack and organize it.
Yeah. And you know what, with Uranus going through your seventh house, which is partnerships, professional partnerships and personal relationships, but it's Uranus. So it screams new. So that's for the next 7 years, amiga. Okay. Networking, talking, communicating. Yeah. So I don't know what the hell you're going to be doing. I mean, obviously the social media stuff. Sure. Yeah, that's great. Uranus in the seventh house. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's doing good. That's
see?
It's how I like it. So that's
right. It's you. Yeah, it's just an expression of you. It's great. So you just pick and choose what you want to do and see if maybe, I don't know, there's a thing you can do where, I don't know, where it's aligns more with how you see yourself fitting into the whole.
Well, here's the thing. If Saturn wants me to do it, it will push me to do it.
It'll provide the challenges, that's for sure. Saturn's basically about just do it in an orderly, structured way. It's going to test you. It's going to say you can't take shortcuts.
Right. Well,
if you're trying to take a shortcut, it's telling you, well, you can't do that.
Well, which one is the planet that'll say, we've been telling you to do this, and now you have to do it?
Pluto.
Okay. Well, then there it is. Never mind. I'll wait till it pushes a little harder.
Oh, well, then you have to the end of the month.
Okay.
Once those minutes are getting close, like those dates I gave you, from the end of the month till like what I say, June 7th, June 9th, that's when Pluto will absolutely be pushing you harder. But like I said, it's psychological, and you will probably be already like, enough is enough, damn it. I'm taking care of this shit. in whatever way that is that you want to do it in your life.
I hate to be a procrastinator, but I'm going to wait till Pluto pushes me.
Well, it'll definitely provide you the power.
All right.
Yep. It
All
provides
right.
power. Thank you so much for the
Thank you, G.
gift. You are
Yep.
welcome.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, man. Talk about going through a thing. Whew. We just didn't have water for 12 hours. Oh my God. All right, so here we go. Who's here? Roll call. I see there's some names, but we got to see who's still here. The next person in line, I think it says, is Princess AK. Again, leave your digits, Princess AK, if you're still here. Let me know. Hello, Mr. Reborn. Hello, Stephen. Are you still accepting digits? Yes. You get, yep. Get your digits to me. Yeah, we're starting at 7. Today I think I was 15 minutes late. Yeah. So yeah, birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. Hello, Lou S. How are you? Sinister days. What's going on? What's the tea? How are you? Still on another reoccurring plumbing issue. Yeah, plumbing for sure. Oh, I'm still getting used to it too, Lou, but thank you. So let's see. They're building new data center. Great. Yeah, heard everyone that. Yeah, that's, I know, right? That's, I think, yeah. Okay, so Princess AK, you're saying you're here, which is great. But for some reason, let me go check my email and see if you gave me your digits in that way. And I don't see them. Okay, I'm just letting you know I don't see your digits. So let's pretend that you've never been here before. If you want me to put your chart up, please give me your digits, because the last chart I drew up for you was the incorrect chart. So we're going to try to start from scratch for you. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to word it for you. That is like the best I can do. That I need your digits to do your chart. That's the best I can do for you. And if you get your digits in, I will make sure that I'm going to double check them against, I'll draw them up in this other software just so that we can double check your stuff. Okay. Let's see if you put them in the chat. Okay. Hey, Stacy, how are you doing? I meant, what time do we start now? Yeah. We're trying to do the 7 to 9 p.m. That's what I'm working with here. All right. So I'm going to move along. You can be next in line, but if I don't have your digits, then I have to go to the next person. Sinister Days is here. You're next in line. Thank you, Sinister Days, for putting your digits. That helps. I can make sure if I don't have you in this new system, then that way I have your digits and I can put them in. That helps a lot. Thank you. Okay, Sinister Days. I do have a chart here for you already. Let's double check it and make sure that it's you. Just confirm. This is the chart I got. And this one is December 17th, 1980, 1:21 p.m., Riverside. And that's an Aries at 29 degrees on the rising, Taurus moon at 3. And that's a Sagittarius sun. Woohoo! I need some water. Oh, you got the nodes at 11 degrees. Wow. Okay. Sinister Days, did you ask me what I'm looking at real quick here? Again, unless you sent a gift to the channel, I'm going to kind of move along and treat these all as speed readings so that I can get to other people who are waiting. Okay, everybody, just so we're understand how this runs, how this works. You got to put a comment into the chat so that I can see you and know that you're here. Okay. So sinister days, I'm just reading whatever comes through them. Yep, that's it. Excellent. Thank you for confirming. I really appreciate that. Okay, so yeah, those nodes seem to be jumping out at me here. Okay, unique, authentic, original. Do you consider yourself emotionally intelligent? Especially when it comes to home and family, emotionally, intellectually creative, like off the charts, really unique, super innovative. Yeah, group energy too. Friends, social circles, social systems. This can also pertain to the health of your mom, maybe even your own health too, maybe nerves, nervous system. Because I don't know, I never noticed this before, but your Uranus at that south node, you have the vertex that trines that. Yeah, which means you have a anti-vertex over there in Aries, the physical body. And relationships, significant one-on-one relationships, Venus energy, and this is in the house of health, okay? And maybe something that could be hard to diagnose at some point in time, and it might be neurological, might be just the nervous system, super sensitive energy, or even anxious and anxiety type of stuff might happen sometimes. But overall, 11 degrees, just a really unique and possibly emotionally detached. Even though your Leo energy can be really fired up, really fiery and colorful and fun and all about laughter, there's a strong sense of detachment at that degree as well. So maybe mom, maybe dad, maybe mom and dad, maybe mom played the role of mom and dad, because you've got that in that fourth house energy. So right now the Mercury is kind of coming through siblings, neighbors, co-workers. Let me see, why is this coming up here? Let me pop the transit sign. What's on that Mercury? What's coming up? Okay, so the Saturn retrograde. Oh. So Saturn's going to stop at 14 degrees. Oh, you're going to get fired up and angry. So this would probably be hidden anger, ego and hidden anger, something that you're not super aware of. It'll take an event, possibly from an authority figure, possibly a slowdown, some rules, some restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do that. And it feels as though someone's limiting your own freedom. And there may be words, because Mercury will get triggered at that time. And you will probably kind of be smart about it, though, because you have the strategist right there at 16 degrees. So this, behind the scenes action, hidden ego tendencies, 12th house energy. Now, Aries in the 12th house, let's also state this. Aries on a high level, especially in the 12th house, can be that one that lights the path and shows by its actions the example, like spiritual leadership type of energy. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't mean religious leadership. It does not mean that. It just means the spiritual leadership. It's the understanding of we're all one. What I do to one, I do to another. What I do to you, I do to me. What we do to the earth, we do to ourselves. It's the understanding of the whole picture, the unity, the oneness. And so Saturn comes on the scene for you. You might be feeling a little bit of it now with Saturn at 10, but Saturn's going to get there and stop right on your Eris. And that's the same. That's funny because Christy, she kind of had the same thing in her chart. Where Saturn was significant for her. So this is the end of July for you, when the Saturn retrograde begins. And it's talking to your strategist, but you might get feisty and fired up. But I will say that having Saturn there can make my actions quite disciplined. So Eris might be willing to listen to the authority figure. This is duties, responsibilities, and work, and what I'm taking action with. But communication, and Sagittarius tends to want to share the truth and the knowledge, but stuff from the past, stuff from the deep and the hidden, again, the sibling energy and coworker energy comes up. And you have this other object over here in Leo. You have Sisyphus. Sisyphus is about starting over or feeling that you need to. It's feeling like you are running against the wind, having the rug pulled out from under you just when you thought you had things under control, or you understood, okay, this is how this shit works. So this is in connection. That 14 degrees dips just into your 5th house of children, fun, joy, creativity, and also romance and taking a risk. So Saturn and Sisyphus, myself, the boundaries about myself, my Aries energy, my disciplined actions, but being kind of feisty, fiery, and fired up. This might be a very social time, actually. It could be a good time if we're being physically active and there's play involved, because that's your 5th house energy. So whether it's with children or whether it's just you feeling like a kid again, this can be a connection to that. But the retrograde says that the Eris energy and seeing what you're angry about, because Eris normally feels like she's never heard, like she's never had a place at the table and nobody will listen to her. So the Saturn energy kind of gives Eris the opportunity to follow the rules, to not try to take shortcuts. But if she just stays persistent, if she perseveres, she'll have a seat at the table. And this is with individuals you're probably bonded with, 12th and the 8th house energy, whether you are, recognizing that in terms of personalities, but like on a cellular level, there's some deeply bonded energy here. And so it might have to do with wounds of the past and understanding and healings. It's a good possibility. Okay. I hope that helps. Hope that makes sense for you. So yeah, end of July is when things probably, like the last 10 days of July, it's where that gets triggered. But it's not a one and done event because it's a retrograde. But it's when that Saturn retrograde begins where it's like, oh shit, you feel it. And it could literally be work, Saturn. Literally, like whatever the job is, it can literally be that, what you're building for and towards. Yeah, you are welcome. Okay, so Princess AK, I think I saw you throw your digits back in again. Did I see them finally? And then we will. Yep, I'm saved as Miss AK. I know, but if it's a wrong chart, there's no point in me reading it. You follow? So let me let's see if the system comes up right for you. Let me draw this in again. All right, so this says July 21st, 1987. Correct? And we have and your time is at 6:28 p.m. Let's get that on here. I know I should have your shit memorized, but I don't. Sorry about that. I'm apologizing, but it's kind of a silly apology because I can't possibly memorize everybody's goddamn birth digits. Like, that's just unrealistic as all hell. Okay, so July 21st, 1987, 6:28 p.m., Kuwait City. Okay, did I spell it wrong? It's telling me it doesn't exist. I don't know why this Kuwait. I spelled it right. Oh, I see. I see what I did wrong. There we go. Okay, so let me see what I come up with here. Okay, this is showing. Oh, God, I hope this is right. It's giving me a Capricorn on the ascendant at 6 degrees. Is that you? I'm praying it is. Is that a yay or a nay? And let me go get my other system just in case. Let me pull this one up. Oh, wait, let's see. Let's see. Okay, what's the T? I see you sent me another gift. Thank you so much. I'm going to get to you. I probably should check my phone more often. Okay, so is that you? Are you Capricorn rising? Am a Capricorn rising. Woohoo. Finally. Holy crap. Let me make sure I'm saving this damn thing. I got you in the system. This chart, Princess AK 211. That's what I wrote down, all right? That way it'll match how you show up, and it'll make it life easier for all of us. All right, so did you give me like a one word of what you want me to focus on all this time, or am I just going to tell you what jumps out? You got to move quickly now. Did anybody like the live? I didn't even do that yet. Let me try to do that real quick here and put a thumbs up on this. Let me turn this volume down. We don't need all that. All right, let's see. Okay. Woohoo. All right, let's get a move on here. Okay, so I went to go read the chat. That was the whole freaking point of grabbing the phone. Okay, the job, the job. Gotcha. Oh, it says it here too. Great. All right, so we got you on the chart. Your job is Sagittarius, Saturn in Saggy at 15. Oh, look at that. Oh, are you going to be thinking about going back? Are you thinking about that? And if it's not that, you could be considering some options. Yeah, because Saturn's retrograde. Wow, this is a Saturn night. Well, it's a freaking Saturn day, right? Absolutely. Just like I said in all the other charts, when Saturn gets to 14 degrees, you have Saturn at 15 degrees in Saggy. So that means you're going to have Saturn trining. The other charts, it was a square. You have Saturn trining Saturn. But remember, this is a retrograde. So that retrograde tells us, especially in your third house, here's what I'm going to add. Saturn can really do a number when it's floating through our third house sometimes, because that's our thoughts. That's our mind energy. And Saturn can bring restrictive thoughts. It can put a hamper, or it can put out the Aries flame of positivity and optimism. Saturn becomes very internalized. And we really start thinking, oh God, did I make this mistake? Should I have done that? So just kind of be patient with yourself, because that's what Saturn demands. There are no shortcuts with Saturn energy. Saturn only rewards when people have passed the test of time. That's when Saturn rewards. It rewards persistence. Saturn forces us to slow down, and it restructures any area of our life. And so in your chart, that's your 12th house. That's the subconscious. It has to do with karmic energy and the past, and its belief systems about work and beliefs around work and the future of your work. It's Sagittarius with Saturn. Okay, so at this time, Saturn trining Saturn, this is a good time for making plans. This is not until August 1st, the last week of July. Okay, last week of July, August 1st. And maybe even a couple weeks before, but this is when the Saturn retrograde begins, okay? So it becomes really strong and we really start thinking. So a good time for making plans that help you achieve your goals and success in life. You have a balanced approach to life, having gained a lot of wisdom from past mistakes. From this vantage point, you can make a sensible appraisal of your purpose and follow through with the right decision to achieve your goals and your ambitions. All right. So it's a Saturn trining Saturn. This should be, let me check something real quick for your chart. Yeah, it's not your great benefic or your great malefic. This should be a beneficial time for you, but you're definitely in waiting mode. Like Christy, your Eris is right there at 16. Hers was, I think, at 13 or 14. Yours is at 16. So we might get a little fired up. And we have to kind of keep that in mind when we have an Eris trining Saturn. Because the Saturn is an authority figure. It's the boss. It's our work. It's our duty. It's our responsibilities. And having this Eris energy can be beneficial in terms of getting fired up, right? But it may kind of peter out and the fuel just doesn't carry us through. And if we feel, there can be frustrations that we feel. So the other thing I want to add is that you have this beautiful trine from your vertex to your Saturn, long-term plans and long-term financial security. Jupiter, it's going to be a little bit a while before Jupiter gets there, though. Okay, Jupiter is at 7 here, and this is in your 8th house. But vertex normally speaks to its position on your ascendant, your super ascendant, some call it. And I would say that the Leo energy is really creative and colorful and fun, but it does talk about a serious and a depth to it, connecting to your Saturn energy. Yeah. And it's actually at the moon degree, mom, home, family, emotions and feelings, some playfulness. Yep. And maybe even the public. That might be part of this too. And a connection, the deep connection can come in with the wounds of the past. That can be a thing here. Because this is also the location of insurance money. And taxes and debt and all that good stuff. But you're going to have Venus going through your 9th house then too. Where's your Jupiter? Oh, I just said that. I'm sorry. Jupiter and the sun will be conjunct at this time. Yep, right on your Mars. So you will be initiating, you will be taking action. And the Jupiter can be a judge, can be the lawyer, but there's the law and the optimism about the future. And hopefully some justice. This would literally be on your Mars, the sun and Jupiter together. Remember, the last week of July and the first week of August. All right, we are moving along. Let me keep rolling through this. Sinister Days is all done. Carlos Casanova calling me, I think he's calling me a nutcase. I'm the nutcase, and he's the one leaving a comment. Talk about a nutcase. Why would you waste your time, man? Talkie, we did that. So I#8886, you are next, but I don't think I have your digits. I don't think I saw you comment again either. I think you might just be watching, which is great. Say hello. If anybody leaves a comment and they're here just to talk and chat and, just enjoy the ambiance of the star room or whatever, just say I'm passing so that we know that you're not, I don't got to worry about you. Mr. Reborn, got to build that control grid. Yeah, that's a good idea. I tried one to turn off the heat. They still build me. Well, Mr. Reborn, you're next. Are you here for a reading? One of those 2 rainwater collectors. Yeah. All right. If Mr. Reborn isn't going next, Lou, what about you? Was listening to the last live, still getting used to the new timeline. I made it. You did make it, Lou. Good job. But Lou, you're after Mr. Reborn, and then it's what's the tea. So if nobody's going next, what's the tea, then you will be up. Mr. Reborn, are you here? I'm looking in the chat to see if Mr. Reborn's here. If not, we're going to keep scrolling. Yeah, what's the tea? I got you. You did me not long ago. Don't want to fill up the queue. No problem. Thank you for letting me know, Mr. Reborn. Lou, are you going? Are you passing? Lou's passing. Look at that. What's the tea? You're up just like that. Bam. Thank you so much, Mr. Reborn. I appreciate you trying to keep me sane by just following the damn rules and letting me know what's going on. That helps a whole lot. What's the tea? What are we checking out? Oh, we're going to take a look at a different chart for you. That's right. I remember. You said you had a little sense of sabotage or something going on. Let's get this up here for what's the tea. And thank you again. Thank you again for the gift, for the channel gift. All righty, here we go. Let's take a look. We're going to do something different for you, though. Okay, let's take a look at this. Just so that we can kind of... Okay, what's the tea? Here you go. Yeah, it's tricky when you have a sun in Scorpio in the 6th house. But holy shit. This is your chart, right? Scorpio rising at 21, and you have Pluto in Scorpio in the 12th. Pluto is exalted in Pisces energy. I'm just letting you know. That's a pretty powerful thing. That's a very powerful thing. All right, so Jupiter's your great benefic, not Venus. Okay, so yeah, your sun is going through the 1st house. You got Mercury and the sun traveling together. You got Uranus in this other chart, Uranus and Saturn close together in the house of money. A new goal, new job, new work. Oh, I like this, I think. Okay, let me click on this one. This is Sekhmet. She's on your vertex. I'm sorry, you've got an anti-vertex at 6 and 7 is Neptune. Okay, that can be difficult because Neptune can be confusing, but it's also creative energy and you're doing some creative stuff. So that's a good way to use that energy. The anti-vertex is your descendant, which would represent partnerships. So without going into too much detail, do you feel as though that your concerns are with a partnership without giving away too much? Is that where you feel it's coming from? Or because I could totally see that feeling like that, but you have that all the time in your chart. And it doesn't make it easy that your anti-vertex has got Chiron at the opposition too. So there's a wound. There's history here. There's a wound with betrayals. Okay, and it goes back. It's quite ancient. Okay, even if the moon conjunct all of this. All right, and the Chiron is on top of all of this. Okay. Okay, wow. So Sekhmet, who's on your anti-vertex, she is a warrior goddess as well as a goddess of medicine. But what's interesting about her is she talks about learning from change, learning from experiences of deep transformation and even experiences with death, kind of like a cleansing through suffering, leading to healing and rebirth. So what that means is her connected to your partnership energy, the exact degree. And so fuzziness and feeling like possible deceptions, yeah, this I could understand. I could understand why you would feel that way. Wow, my housemates are so loud. It's not both of them. It's one. The mouth is like larger than life. Yeah. Jupiter going through the 7th. Money. Jupiter at 29 degrees, a critical degree. Okay. So it's a big deal as far as partnerships. Jupiter at the 29 at the critical degree. All right. Now let's go to your midheaven, 2 degrees. You're going to have the south node. Ooh, I like this for you. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this in terms of how it lines up with your goals. Yeah, I like that. So okay, you already had the south node. Okay. All right, so let me flip this. Let me go back to her. Maybe she had something that made sense. Okay, maybe but not sure. Are you saying my partner is my sab? It doesn't mean that it's the actual deal. When it says, do you mean that my partner is my sabotage? It means that there is an impression that could be the case. You follow? Because there's confusion there. I have no partners. It's all my project. Okay, good. Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. And what you felt like as far as sabotage, I didn't know if there was a partner involved, but can you explain what you're seeing? I'm kind of confused about what you're saying. Yeah. So long-term goals and professional, like being the authority figure of your own life type of energy. Yeah. You always have this connection with authority figures, with rules, with orders, with structure. And there's Neptune there. And Neptune can be about deceptions. Is that the same as sabotage? It can be. You know, it's all about perceptions, really. It's how you perceive it. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, is what you feel is a sabotage, is it a real sabotage, or is it just some of the confusion where you're just taking it in and feeling like it's a sabotage? Unless you feel like you're self-sabotaging, then that would be totally different. But if you don't have a partnership, then, and it's all for self, that's what I'm trying to understand. Where would the sabotage be coming from? Because I'm trying to pinpoint, you know, what to focus on as to where that would be coming from. So let me go back to the let me go to the solar arc real quick here for you. Let's look at this. Okay, so you've got Venus in Scorpio. Okay. All right. And you got Mercury at 26. Okay. You got these two down here, new and different. Okay. 3rd house. 11 degrees. All right. All right. So you do have Jupiter going through your 8th house, digging up possibly the past. But it's really, the focus on beliefs about the past and about deep wounds from the past. So what this tells me in this chart is if you have I think this strong sense of a sabotage energy, it could be from the past. Or, wait, before I say the or, let me go look down here. Yeah, it might be a combination of the past and the future, actually. Some of the futuristic energy can sometimes give us impressions like we aren't there yet. And so we could be experiencing that, especially with a chart with water in the water houses. A lot of folks, they're dealing with the stuff from the past, but they're also dealing with something they haven't even lived through yet. Or at least their perception of what they've lived through hasn't even occurred yet. But there's a lot of water here. This is Venus on your sun, connecting to your wound. Chiron in the 8th house, which is where Jupiter is. So, yeah, if you don't have a partnership, I'm confused as to who's sabotaging. Unless, like I said, unless you feel like it's self-sabotage. Well, I think this is complicated because you're saying it's in all forms, and that almost makes it sound as though like you don't have any control over it. Does that make sense? And having all this energy in the water, yeah, I think you're going to feel that. Okay, 1717 Mars. Yeah, just seeing Jupiter in your 8th house, bringing up the wounds, the betrayal. But I wouldn't allow that to stop me. I mean, on this chart, you don't have the same setup at the midheaven like you did in the other chart I showed. And that was pretty powerful. It speaks to you accomplishing your goals. Now, does it mean it turns into, the bucket filled with gold and the rainbow and all the prayers answered? I don't know about all that. I would, yeah. I mean, because you have to ask yourself, so if you feel like there's some sabotage, then I mean, your work, how you make money and your income, this energy is not hidden for you. You've got Taurus in the 6th house. You've got Capricorn in the 2nd. Your Saturn's in your 2nd of making money, of working hard and earning and making money. Saturn does slow things down. Maybe that's what you're feeling, the slowdown that Saturn can present. But Saturn just demands that we don't take shortcuts. Maybe that's what maybe it's just a difference of words that we're using where maybe that's what's making this confusing. I do see that if you look at this chart, Pluto that says change, this chart shows Pluto very close to that 2nd house cusp line for how I make money and my values. And Pluto promises a change because that's what Pluto does. So it could be you changing your values, who and what you value, or changing the way you make money, changing the way you receive money. But Uranus would be tempted to take a shortcut. I can tell you that much. So maybe what you're sensing, maybe it's that. Maybe it's your, wanting to get something done quickly and hoping this will be that great thing. And it could be, right? The point is you just have to keep trying. especially if there's no partnership and there's nobody that's sabotaging you. If you're just feeling like it's just sabotage energy surrounding me, then I got to say it's just perception and to just keep trying. Yeah, I don't think, I think there's just a lot of energy that's surrounding when you have all the water stuff. I'm not saying don't do this or don't go forward, but if it's going to require like a huge financial commitment as opposed to somebody who's working and then doing like a side hustle type thing where they're kind of doing juggling multiple plates at the same time, where they're not going all in, because Saturn does require that we don't rush. But your Uranus being conjunct your Saturn, let me get rid of this chart, understanding your natal chart. The Uranus being conjunct the Saturn says, Uranus it's just fast and it wants to take off fast. It doesn't want to sit there and go slow. It's like a lightning bolt. So it talks about being very independent, an independent worker. Okay. It also talks about having self-discipline and having good organizational skills and a talent for, mathematics, science, possibly technology. But you would just want to not take shortcuts. I hope that makes sense. Makes some sense. And as far as if you don't have control, that you feel like it's a sabotage energy, maybe you do. Maybe your mind is, I don't know. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you. I mean, unless you're actually getting physical stuff that's happening in your life where you're like, oh shit, this is sabotage, and you're feeling as though the odds are stacked against you. Again, that's more Saturn energy. Saturn does create roadblocks for everybody. But you have this in the Sagittarius energy that says, keep working towards your dream. That's Sagittarius energy. Keep working towards, and it's not one dream. Sagittarius just keeps on moving to the next thing. And plus Jupiter in your 7th house brings you always going to be bringing you opportunities. And I'm trying to see, I probably already looked at it, but you're going to have the node up there. It's at 5 right now. It's going to get close to your midheaven. So that's home and job. That's family, that's emotions, but literally property and where I live too. Like the literal sticks and the bricks where I live. And it's at 2 degrees. Or no, that's 12 degrees. But your cusp line is at 2 degrees. I was thinking you were like Christie's, where she had hers lined up like that close. House cusp line 2 degrees. How I make money. You see? So you got to at least give it an honest try till you got to do it at least until the freaking node is in Leo. You got to see what happens when that node hits that midheaven. I mean, yeah. That's what I would say. Don't forget the nodes where they're at, they're getting squared by your Jupiter. So the nodes are challenging your beliefs. You see that? Yeah, the nodes are challenging your beliefs about this project. Okay. All right. I don't know if that helped you. I really hope it does, but I wouldn't give up. Not for a couple more months, just to see. Let the time play out and see how it goes. Okay. Who was next? Lou's passing. Did sinister days. Hey, Haffers, how the heck are you doing? How's life been for you? Stacy. Oh, wait, Steven. Is Steven still here? Steven. Steven, I see your digits, but I don't know if you're here. But I believe well, I don't know if Haffers is here. Haffers usually just says hi and leaves. So I just kind of scrolled right past, and maybe I shouldn't have. But technically, it should be Haffers next. Haffers, if you're not here, then we're moving on to Steven. Steven, if you're not here, then we're moving on to Stacy. Oh, actually, Stacy, I think should have been earlier, right? Whoops. I didn't see Stacy say hello, but she did. Stacy came in at like 7:48, right behind What's the Tea? Ah, so Stacy would be next. I am so sorry. Okay, Steven, thank you for hanging around. Stacy, did you want me to look at your chart? Want to know how new moon is going to affect me? Okay. Okay. So, Steven, hold on a minute. Stacy was actually before you. I just saw her thing at the last minute. She got here before you did. So let's get Stacy's chart up here. And the new moon, Stacy wants to know about the new moon. And when is that? That was today at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. A new moon is a new kickoff point. It's a new beginning. It's based on our values. For some folks, it's literally their job and their income and their money, how they receive. For some folks, it's going to be about food, creature comforts. For some folks, it's going to be about their five senses: smells, taste, touch, clothing, fine art, beauty, harmony, peace, love. For some folks, it's going to be all of the above, but not limited. I mean, even more actually, plus more. All right, Stacy's, oh Lord. Okay, I think I have 3 charts here for you. Holy shit. Stacy, is this your chart? This is a Scorpio rising at 24 degrees. Is this the right one? It says it's your rectified chart, which means your Mercury exactly trines your ascendant and your south node. They're both at 24. Is this the one? Wow. I honestly can't keep track anymore. Oh, great. It is. Okay, good. Then I'm going to... Oh my God, Haffers was still here. Happy birthday, Haffers. How are you? I'm so sorry, Haffers. I didn't see your name after I said, are you here? I just went to Stacy. Because I think you were actually before her. All right, so here's the new moon at 25 degrees in Taurus. And this is how you figure out a new moon. You go to 25 degrees, because that's where it's at. She has her Venus at 24. Yep, her descendant's at 24. Her north node is at 24. Stacy, this should have already showed up in your life within the last few days, because you had stuff at 24. So it was conjunct partnerships, significant one-on-one relationships. "24 degrees is where you have your north node in Venus, but the new beginning was at 25. So it's on myself within these significant one-on-one relationships. And these can be love relationships, but they can be business partnerships. And for you, because you got stuff at 24, this can be subconscious values, subconscious desires. Subconscious comforts, creature comforts that you might not be aware of. And this can also be those partners, those partnerships, whoever those partnerships up, or behind the scenes. This can also be government money, government energy, healing, institutional type of energy, because we're thinking Pisces at this degree, okay? So a new beginning, a new beginning. Some people might be signing contracts because it's in the 7th house. Did you sign a new government contract? Again, new moon was today. So maybe something was already put in the mail. Maybe you just haven't opened and read it yet, because the big connection to your Mercury, communication, snail mail probably, but could be a phone call, could be something with siblings, neighbors, coworkers, right? It's a direct connection to your Mercury. In the 8th house of insurance. Yeah, you see that? So maybe there's a letter coming that you just haven't opened, or for whatever reason, the freaking mailman didn't get it to you quite yet. But you see, you have such a strong connection between your Mercury and your Chiron, the wounds and the institutional stuff. Again, Pisces comes up. So you have this beautiful, they call this a bisextile, or another name for it is a mini grand trine. 24 degrees, 24 degrees, and your descendant, professional partnerships. And this is at 26 degrees, but you have a 25 degrees 4th house cusp line. So that's what I think it is. That's what I think the new moon is for you. Yep. You think you have hidden enemies. Well, you have this beautiful trine, like I said, or this beautiful mini trine. Well, maybe Mercury can be traveling. I think there's a lot of things with this energy for you, because it combines Pisces and Cancer energy. It combines the wounds. It combines Saturn, your long-term security. It combines all of that all the time. So having the sun and the moon, when we pull this up, the moon is already at 29 degrees now, right? With Mercury, they're both sitting here at 29 degrees. And the sun's already moved to 26. Yeah, you don't have anything squaring it. You don't have anything in Leo or Aquarius. But it's a big deal because your north and your south nodes are there. So you want to take it as these are your hidden enemies, huh? Your hidden enemies, love interests. Okay. If that's what you want to take it as, you can take it as that. But I definitely think if you don't have contracts, well, you receive, yeah. Normally when people have something exact, it usually occurs a few days before. A few days before and the day of. That's usually how it works. But because it's in Taurus, love, money, income, values, food, the earth, it can, did I say extrasensory perceptions? Like that's a big deal with Taurus energy. And God, we haven't used that phrase in a long time because people are always talking, oh, intuition, intuition's coming online and all that kind of stuff. But, Taurus is way more than just the 5 senses. Yeah, but values and self-worth within partnerships. Been being hacked by Mr. Y. Oh, he's still? Yeah, contracts, insurance, one-on-one relationships. Absolutely, Lou. Absolutely. You were right. All right, Haffers, you're here. Do you want me to look at your chart? It's been a long time. So let me double check that. But yeah, I think it was Haffers and then Stacy. And I'm looking. and then Stephen. So Stephen, if I don't look at halfers, I'm sorry. I know that seemed like I just totally cheated you, but I really wasn't meant to do that. Teamwork, how the heck are you? Okay, halfers, thank you. Oh, halfers, shit, you might have to give me your digits. I'm in a different place and a different thing, and everything is different. Halfers, I don't think I have your stuff. You might have to, yeah, it's been a while. I definitely don't think I have you in the system. I don't. I haven't looked at your chart in, yes. I'm going to need your digits all over again. So let's do this while halfers, let me see if halfers, because there might be a huge delay on his end. Oh, he's fast. Oh, I love it, halfers. Thank God you're on the ball, man. Halfers is like, I don't play around. Great. All right. Let's get this up here. All righty. Okay, May 16th. Happy birthday to halfers. He's got a birthday on the new moon. There's a new moon on his birthday. 1983. Woohoo. 9:40 a.m. Yeah, Stacy, you can see some stuff play out a little bit later, especially if there's documents or contracts, communications, that have to be signed and all that good stuff. Oh, my damn phone. Okay, so let me get Port of Spain. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lord, I gotta spell this crap right. All right, let's get this in here. Oh, it's giving me a hard time. Hold on a minute. Oh, the air conditioning's on in here, and okay. So, halfers, I know you know your chart. What's your rising sign? That's so we can. Wow, it's really still giving me a hard time. Port of Spain was not found. What the hell? Why am I having a hard time with this? 9:40, May 16th. It's telling me the location. Yeah, there's a new moon. Halfers, is this the normal information you give me and it always works? For some reason, they're telling me this. They're giving me a hard time with this. Let me see if we can find it on their list. Let me do this way. What the hell? Well, this is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Oh, why did it say that? Maybe that's the problem. What the hell? Oh my God, let's see if it worked. Oh my God, it worked. Oh, Cancer ascendant at 19. Woohoo. Wow, that took forever. Here we go. Heifers, did you give me a word? Like, what am I looking at? He said, you can forget about me. Dude, your chart's on the screen. But thank you. What's Heifer's been up to? Let me save his chart. Okay, 25 degrees. 25 degrees. All right. It's been a while since I've seen your chart, bro. Yeah, Sun on Taurus. So yeah, that means, Heifers, that you just had, look. You had the new moon right on your sun. It was the sun and the moon right there. Talks about a new beginning. And it's focused on self. What do I need? What does my body need for comfort? The body can be a big one. And that would mean food, all the Taurus stuff, food, clothing. Not everybody can wear polyesters. You know what I'm saying? Like Taurus and its comfort. This is strong here. But it's also about how you stand out. Because that's the sun energy. It's my creativity and the way I express and radiate. Yeah, let me go like this. There we go. So Sirius and the food thing is a big thing. How we feel nurtured is Sirius energy. So as an example, like on Stacy's chart, you would have Sirius going through her 7th house partnerships. Sirius is now 25 degrees in your 11th house. And here you are tonight. Group energy, friends, social circles, astrology, right? Yeah. You're here. Plus, you just had Mercury going over a wound. Chiron at 27. Mercury. Friends, coworkers, neighbors, online stuff. Maybe you were whatever, and just be like, okay, I'm out of here. Yeah. 27 degrees, Pluto, significant one-on-one relationships. Okay, that would have been difficult. Home and family, maybe an authority figure even. And now you got Jupiter cruising through the rest of your Cancer energy in the 1st house. And hopefully Jupiter has been kind. Sometimes when people have Jupiter in their 1st house, they gain weight. You know, the 1st house, the 6th house, you know, they might bulk up a little bit, get a little bit bigger. That can happen. But for some people, they're like, oh yeah, I needed that, or I wanted that. Just depends. You got the North Node going through the 8th house of wounds, deeply bonded energy. Yeah, it's been a while. So, maybe you found a little something, huh? You had the North Node connecting with your Venus. Yeah. You had the North Node a couple months back, right? Connecting strongly with your Venus energy. Venus is our love language. Craving for children on my own. Yeah. Family of your own. Absolutely. North Node connecting to Venus. Yeah. Yeah, the focus on the future with Uranus going through your Uranus with Aquarius and Pluto there going through that 7th house energy of yours of different and new and exciting. What do you got here? You did have something at 5. You have something at 8. What do you got over here in the air? Not until 7. That's going to be a minute. Yeah, that's going to be in 2027. I'm not talking about children, but significant relationships where that might be a space where you can actually, you know, have somebody to actually plan or, you know, make a life together, possibly. I mean, it's partnership, but again, anytime you mix Uranus energy, Aquarius, and Saggy, that's some tricky ass energy for committed long-term relationships. It's very tricky energy. They're all about freedom and independence. So it's quite tricky. You have that in the house of for children, and you have that in the house of romance. But next year, Pluto will be aspecting the 7 degrees in your chart. So that's, you got some time away. You got some time away before that happens. I want to make my mom happy. Mom wants to be a grandma. Yeah. All right. So is who was that? Was that Robert? No. Did I get that name right? Hey, Stacy, how the heck are you doing? I see you there. Stephen, I'm sorry. Why did I say Robert? Stephen, are you still here? I got time left for one last reading. I started a little bit late tonight. So I'll take this next reading. And let's take a peek. Let's see if he might have left, but if he did, that's okay. Then we'll end it. Stephen, are you still here? Hey, okay, Stephen's here. Awesome. Perfect. All right, Stephen, we're going to get your chart up here. Have you seen your chart before? So you know, can you confirm what your rising sign is? So when I get this up, I'm like, yes, that's him. Okay, let me get that on the thing here. Alrighty, so July 20th. 1999. 11:41 a.m. And Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. So the chart I have here for you shows a Virgo. Wow. Is this you, Virgo, at 29 degrees on your ascendant? Virgo at 29, and it gives me a moon at 0 in Scorpio. Is this you? Holy Spicoli? Correct. Oh, shit. we got a Scorpio at 0 degrees, folks. You see this? Scorpio moon. Ooh. Yeah, these are the folks you don't go to battle with. Well, unless they're on your team, of course. You don't go to a battle against. So what am I focusing? Can you give me like one word? Or if not, I'm just going to tell you what kind of jumps out. Smart Venus. Got a Venus in Virgo. 0 degree moon. Jupiter's your great benefic. It's at 2 degrees in Taurus. Okay. And you just have a new moon. New moon on the house of beliefs in your future. Okay. This also is the placement of publishing, by the way. 9th house. You have a new moon there. Happened today. It's a placement of seeking truth and wisdom. It's courageous and adventurous. Can be connected to religion and spirituality. Sometimes Taurus in the 9th, sometimes these folks have quite traditional, grounded, really earthy sort of values, but yet even in terms of religion, traditional religion sometimes. But you have a lot of Gemini here as well, and Gemini is scattered all over the damn place. And it's at your midheaven. So yeah, Gemini is the multitasker. Doesn't want to miss out. So it's trying to do a lot of different things. Yeah, and then your South Node conjunct Uranus. Holy crap. Wow. Okay. Innovative, new, different. Oh, this would be a nice placement for inventing shit. Uranus in the 5th house. Can be tricky when it comes to children, though. Uranus energy and romance, very different, unique, spontaneous, sporadic, detached, lightning bolt type of stuff, really quick, really fast. But this can be a big authority figure. And yeah, look at the big ass kite in the chart too, right? That's your vertex and your anti-vertex. So, the vertex is talked about like it's your ascendant, like your super ascendant. And this would be like peace, loving energy. Talks about surrender, but also wanting harmony and peace. And as if it's your ascendant, you kind of like appear to be that way. Pisces energy. Yeah, really more creative energy. A lot of creative energy. But the vertex point, which means your descendant, it's so weird, right, in your chart, because you've got on the ascendant and the descendant, and then your super ascendant and your super descendant, they're flip-flopped. So it's like your ascendant is also your descendant, and your descendant is also your ascendant. Interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, Uranus in the 5th house. That's a load of fun, right? The fun never ends there. Career change that can nurture my creativity. Well, do you like science? I'm just saying. You do have public energy at your midheaven, career goals for the future. You have working with the public. This is also sales and talking and teaching. But technology is big. But teaching, learning, curiosity, maybe even research. Maybe even research, because the moon degree would be discovering and working with the past as well. Saturn is in the 8th house. Yeah, I was reading something today. Actually, it was a couple of things that we're talking about. Whenever somebody has a Saturn in the 8th house, it means you're going to be alive for a long ass time. That's what it says. You know, who knows? But you have Saturn in Taurus. In Taurus and Saturn. Yeah, that's that reliable, dependable, here for the long haul kind of energy. But Saturn is your career, and so is your midheaven. That's both career energy. But I love that you have all the air up there. You had a big, grand air trine, talking, communication, intellect. Yeah. Contracts, diplomacy, lawyer energy, even, because talking is a big deal in communications. But yeah, the creative stuff, yeah, like you're supposed to be inventing shit, huh? Working with technology, maybe, hopefully. I don't know if you're doing that already, but your Saturn is not. Your Saturn's like in Earth. It's in the house of insurance money, you know? It's in the house of, other people's values, shared values, the Earth's treasures. So this would be like the rare earth minerals and shit. Oh, this is actually, I wonder if you're working in that field. What's your birth? 1999. Yeah, those rare earth minerals, we need them for the technology, right? Interesting chart. But yeah, you're working with Jupiter at 2 degrees. And the 9th house cusp line, which says I'm thinking about my future and my income and how I'm going to receive and what kind of work am I going to do for the future. You have this karmic sign here, the sign of karma. This is teaching and publishing, by the way. And it's just that symbol for karma is just one of the natural laws. What we put out, we get back. As above, so below. Just the natural laws of karma. We reap what we've sown. At 13 degrees, it's focused on self. Thoughts about self, beliefs about self and my future. This is that location of wisdom, seeking wisdom. So I'm always on the journey. The other thing, too, is, Uranus and Aries energy get bored easily. They want new, different, and exciting. And you have an Aries, your mind, Aries, with Mercury at 7 degrees in partnerships in the 11th house of astrology and science. But this is humanity and social systems, social services is also this. And so you got a shit ton of stuff here that would lean to a career in doing that kind of work, actually. Because you got the public in your 10th house, big time. So stuff that, any public service or services. Yeah, absolutely, Lou. Rare earth minerals, maybe some creativity there. Yeah, right? As opposed to just raping the earth to support these new technologies that we have. Can we find ways that are more, I don't know, less invasive? But yeah, you have Taurus, my income, in the house of, it's the same in your chart. Sometimes these are people, let's look at your Scorpio energy. These are the researchers of the Zodiac. These are the super detectives of the Zodiac. These people are the excavators, the plumbers. They work below the surface. They have a lot of power. They work in the unseen realm. They work under the ocean. This is freaking Scorpio. You got a lot of it. So if you're not researching or being the super detective, an excavator, an archaeologist, that's this energy here. So you could be you have a lot of options. You have a lot of nice connections with a lot of with a nice variety of things, actually. So, I think for some folks, that's probably one of the hardest things is okay, so what am I going to go with? Do I have to zero it down and pinpoint it? And that's hard when we're using our creativity. Because that's the dream we all have, right? To do what I love doing, what I love creating, but yet will it pay the bills, right? Will it keep a roof over my head? That is so hard. For those who've been able to achieve that, what a gift. What a gift for them. But your Venus is very practical. She says, I'm not moving on until I have a legitimate thing set up. I'm just saying, even though she's in the 12th house, so she might get a little confused at times. But again, this is real domestic, down-to-earth energy. She's like the make it make sense energy. She's like the, she connects the dots. She's the fixer of the Zodiac, or Virgo energy is the fixer. But Venus says, well, maybe I can make money being the fixer. And it's in the 12th house, government energy, institutional energy, healing, hospitals. Yeah, this could have shown up a lot of different ways for you, but you even have a health report card here in Virgo stuff, domestic energy, really non-glamorous side of life. Health report card trines your Saturn. Well, you have Saturn going through Aries in your 7th house of partnerships. Yeah. So this is real serious energy. It is also the energy of contracts. And Santa, did I say Santa? I'm talking about Saturn here. Saturn's going to begin its retrograde at 14 degrees. And guess what? Your North Node is at 13 in Leo. No shit. So what that does is that means work, possibly creative work options, but it definitely is. Here, let me do this so it looks a little bit better for you if you're looking. See this? You got a couple of items at 14 in Leo, creativity and this creative group energy, but really creative in a super unique way. Now, does that translate into dollars? I don't know about that. Sometimes when we have this kind of energy in the futuristic placement, sometimes we do work that's not appreciated until long after we're gone. I always bring up Emily Dickinson. It was like over 100 years later when someone read her shit finally, you know? Like imagine just sitting up in that attic writing, making your own books and nobody reads your shit. I mean, they didn't read until 100 years later. Yeah. So the timeline, Saturn's going to begin its retrograde in Aries at 14. It's going to connect strongly with your North Node. And Saturn is your work and your career. It's partnerships, professional partnerships, and it's going to connect with your North Node in Leo. And I'm going to read this directly for you. All right. This is a lesson of honoring your individuality and stepping confidently into the spotlight. In the past, you may have leaned heavily on group approval, wanting to blend in or rely on the collective rather than shining in your own right. This lifetime encourages you to cultivate the courage, the creativity, and the self-expression so you can discover the joy of living as your authentic self. You're being asked to recognize your unique gifts and to share them proudly. A key part of your growth lies in connecting with your heart. Leo's about joy and playfulness and courage. So when you allow yourself to pursue what brings you happiness and passions, you naturally radiate warmth and vitality. Life becomes less about hiding in the background and more about celebrating who you are. So a timeline on that real quick. And then I think I said it earlier in August, right, guys? And that's when I said, yeah, Saturn begins that retrograde mid-August. And that's when it's going to come into contact really strongly. And look at this shit. You're going to have Mercury. You're having a Mercury return. Literally the week before, you're having the Mercury return. So Mercury just a few days before, but I'm saying the week before because you're going to have Mercury touching your 11th house cusp line. So we're talking August 9th. You're going to have some options and some choices possibly. Now, this might just have to do with technology. There might be some of that in there. Could be boss energy, but it can also connect to your creative self. Children can be part of this too, but friends and social circles is usually a bigger picture here. I think you're going to have something that kind of jumps off sooner than that because we're going to have Jupiter touching your Mercury first. And that's the end of July. The Sun and Jupiter are all going to come through. So this is a time where your uniqueness is going to kind of radiate and you're to take advantage of it. Again, nobody should just go quitting their job. We start, doing things on the side, right? We're smart about it. Use your Venus, your smart Venus. But you're going to eventually, when that Saturn begins that retrograde, August. The last week of July, going into August, she'll be talking directly. Last week of July, beginning of August. You have a lot connecting here with your North Node. And your North Node is what your soul wants you to do in this lifetime. So your independence, your individuality, you standing out from the crowd, you standing out from the group, your uniqueness shining through is what you're supposed to do. Does it mean I'm supposed to make money off of it, though? Usually our soul's goals do not have anything to do with making money. I know it's sad. Now, could it be that happens for you? You just got to try it and find out. I don't know. You'd have to look at a long-term chart further out and stuff like that. But I would say that your soul absolutely wants you to take this path, regardless of whether you make any money. Now, obviously, if you're doing for a career change, well, then maybe you make the career change and keep incorporating your creative side. But if you can get them both to like become one, sweet. You know what? Your Leo energy is in the house, is in the angelic realm. And it's also in the house. Well, it's kind of the same thing. Some call it the angelic realm. Other astrology teachings call it the realm of you benefit from other people's grace, their grace and their goodness in your life. So however you want to look at it, that's the 11th house. And that's where that's where your North Node is. That's where the Mercury's going to connect. So news, talking, information, networking, but new, exciting, and different will be on the menu. And Saturn's coming in to have that conversation. And Saturn is all about my work and my income and my long-term goals. Partnerships are key. Partnerships and group energy are key. So keep that in mind. That might help is if you have to, make some decisions. But you'll be making choices and decisions before then, I believe, because Mercury's going to be doing a retrograde. Before all that. And so you'll be kind of contemplating some stuff. And it's going to happen. Mercury's retrograde ends right on your sun, too. Wow. So you being the authority figure, possibly an authority figure at the job, this is all in your 10th house. So, yeah, interesting. Maybe you have a position of authority offered to you because the sun is recognition. Choices and options. Dang. Well, sounds like you might have a hard decision to make. Sometimes it's easier when the job sucks and we're like, get me the hell out of here, especially if we have something steady lined up. But then it's an easy decision. That looks like that might be, I don't know. If you're in a moment of receiving recognition, it might be one of those things where it might be hard to walk away from. But only you know you, and you have to make a decision for yourself. All righty, we have come to the end of our timeline here. And I want to thank everybody who sent gifts to the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We will be, next week is, where are we at in the schedule here? Next week is the private lives. And then we'll be back the following Saturday. And if you can't catch us at any of those times, I'm usually here every Tuesday. Not at this time, though. Usually on Tuesdays, I try to go early. Like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Sometimes I've done it at 11 o'clock. I'm in the central time zone, so adjust for where you live. But I will be back here. I'm here every other Saturday on the live stream to the public at 7 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. The other 2 Saturdays out of the month, we do a private lives. It's the same thing we do tonight, but we gather privately. If you want to do something or you're interested in something like that, it is limited seats available. Next Saturday is already full because it's just a week away. It's already filled up. So if you want to get in on the following one, just send me an email and then we'll talk about the details. And then we also have an astrology class that we do the second Saturday of every month from 7 to 9 p.m. And that's worked out really well so far. And regardless of where you're at, you can get in on the program because everything's been recorded. And so it's all online. It's in a private library that you can access at any time and watch at any time if you can't make it for a class. So either way, go to the email if you're interested in any of those things, allastrology@gmail.com. And we're out of here. Everybody have a good night. Have a great week. Yeah. What's the saying? Stay calm and carry on. Whatever. Play some music. Use the Neptune energy to escape, to restore, and to get yourself some respite, everybody. All right? Everyone have a good night. Thank you. We are out of here. Bye-bye.